Anime has introduced us to some of the biggest manipulators in the scene, such as Aizen, Makima, Light Yagami himself, and so many more, but this dude I'm about to mention is genuinely in a completely different league. Here we enter Classroom of the Elite, where the entire plot is that there is some freaking super school run by the government for some reason, and they've got rankings ranging from A being like Jimmy Neutron level, and D being like the average One Piece fan. Now I don't understand why you would have like a class for stupid people in a school like this, but I digress. This is also where we get introduced to our main suspect of this video, Kiyotaka, Ayanokoji. Now his stats actually look pretty good considering he's the smartest in his verse, one of the strongest people physically in his verse, so you know he's like that with them hands. And he basically has a harem, with his only cons being he's an emotionless drone that purposely fails at literally everything he does just so he can aura farm and show people that yes, he is like that. Now the purpose of me making this vid isn't to bash Ayanokoji himself. It is his cult-like fan base, bro. They genuinely have multiple videos stacked up. They have a playlist on how to act like this dude, bro. And it's not just, oh, we gotta train your muscles so you can be smart as fuck, so you can whip every nigga. No, bro. It's genuinely teaching you how to be an antisocial piece of trash with mental problems that tries to manipulate people, but instead you look stupid. Like, if you genuinely look in the mirror and think that these AI Ayanokoji training videos are actually about to get you some hugs, bro, please get the nearest rope that you got.
Knowing this, you can develop specific strategies to handle each of these situations.
Genuinely, what the fuck are we talking about? And that is one of the 1,300 tutorials that you can go and watch to be like this guy. The amount of dedication that you actually have to have over 1,300 videos in a playlist dedicated to one character. L didn't even get this love. Light didn't even get this love. But you mean to tell me a dude like Ayanokoji gets all this amount of glaze? Are we serious, bro? And you wanna know something? Lore drop, but this dude was a part of a program called the White Room. I'm gonna say something about that later, but let's just say the entire goal of it was to create the perfect human, and that meant stripping away parts of like being human that you kind of need, like emotions. That's why that dude's emotionless, right? Why are we giving tutorials on how to have like traumatic behavior, how to like act like robots? Like, why are we actually giving tutorials like this is free eats, just giving it out like it's actual game? You're going to make people genuinely losers doing this shit. And guess what? They already are, but they've been doing this shit for like 3+ years. You got people genuinely in public sitting over here staring at people, sitting over here not talking when they probably need to talk, sitting over here acting all mysterious and shit like they actually matter. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Ayanokoji has genuinely made the world a worse place, I'm gonna be honest. And it's not even his fault, really, but it kinda is. Whoever made this character, bro, y'all have fucked the planet over so badly, I genuinely don't know where to go from here. And I kid you not, I am not joking about any of this. I actually knew somebody, this is a personal story, but I knew somebody that had to retake some of their classes because they sat over here and they bombed a few tests on purpose so they could have a comeback on the retest, and then somehow did worse on the retest, and then they had to go to summer school. Why are we sitting over here toying with our future? Not even our futures. Why are you just doing that stuff in general? I'm not gonna lie. But he literally toyed with his future to act like lore accurate Ayanokoji. This stuff is getting out of hand, bro. And it's not just the sitting over your aura farming. Like, sit the fuck down. Like, it's not just aura farming. It's not just being quiet and stuff. It's genuine, like, they're actually trying to be this dude. It's gonna get to the point where people are gonna start like trying to change their name to Ayanokoji so they can feel like biblically accurate and feel like a soul bond with him so they gain his abilities. Like, not one person has sat over here and tried to be like, oh, what type of fighting style does Ayanokoji have? I low-key kind of want to fight like this dude. He's kind of, his fighting style is kind of like, I don't know, it's cool. No, y'all want to sit over here and act, y'all just want hugs, bro, just say that. Y'all just want hugs. I feel like if a lot of people just said, I want to act mysterious because I get no play, and I've seen a lot of mysterious guys get play, so I want some play, so I'm going to act like Ayanokoji. Okay, that side is crap, but at least you're being honest. They're not being honest, they're just lying to themselves. Obviously, they want hugs, bro. If you go and look at this freaking, what is it, not visual novel, light novel or whatever, bro, so many girls, they don't outright, like him, but you can tell, like, if he pulled up and was like, yo, you want to go on a date? I'm pretty sure 99% of them would say yes. That's how, like, much poly charisma bro has. But people don't got that in real life. Like, bro, stop trying to take his stats when you have no stats to work with. Like, the only girl equivalent that I can think of that compares to this BS is wanting to be Black Widow, so you want to have her PTSD so you can be closer to Natasha Romanoff. That's the only thing I can conjure in my mind in this particular moment that would be even slightly comparable to this shit. And even then, you're not having girls want to like be Natasha Romanoff in public. I'm seeing dudes genuinely buying red suits and posing in public, bro. In public servers. What are we doing, bro? Like, the moral of the story is to stop acting like that bum ayanokoji. Act like someone like Goku. He gets Hans, go act like Goku.